All right, this is Mobile Gamer Nerd, and we're back with another Raid Shadow Legends free to play champion spotlight. Yeah, mystery shards only. Today, we are going to be discussing the Judge Man, the Mr. Judge with his big sword and his purple dress. Yeah, I know it's not a dress, guys. I know it's not a dress. So let's check him out. He's a pretty cool hero for the Dark Elves factions, and yeah, we're gonna see what he does now. Let's look at his skills. So he's got a attack that does an attack to one enemy. Damage increases by 10% for each debuff on the target, stacking up to a maximum of 100%. So that basically means if you can stack debuffs, well, there you go. You can stack damage. So that's nice. Attacks all enemies 2 times. Fills the turn meter by 10% on each critical. So you want him to have critical hit. And he has a passive with each hit has a 30% chance of placing a 50% decrease accuracy, a 30% decrease speed, or a decrease attack buff, or a 60% decrease defense buff on the target for 1 turn. So basically, he's like a roulette of debuffs, is essentially what he is. You get what you get. It's not going to be the same every time. So if you're using him for anything specifically, you may not get it at all for the entire fight. So just to note that that's the kind of a he's basically the gambit of Raid Shadow Legends. You just get what you get, and that's what you get. Yeah, a lot of getting, a lot of getting to be gotten. He does have an accuracy increase in all battles, which is nice. We do have him in the Phantom Touch Blessing, which is also very good. Gives him a little bit more attack. He's 3-star right now, so we did get the extra attack bonus, which is very nice. As far as masteries go, I've talked about this before. I kind of went a little bit of a different route on him. I was looking up some videos on him and seeing how he works. We kind of want him to be a little more of a defense breaker. I could build him in War Master, and you could go down support. I don't feel like there would be anything wrong with that. But this is what we're trying out, and if we don't like it, we'll switch it. But this is where we're at right now. We got him some more defensive type stuff, some counterattacks, removing debuffs, doing more damage to a hero. The more, what is it? Reduces damage. Sorry, he gets reduction, and he's got a 20% chance to counterattack an enemy when they apply anything, which is good because I feel like he's going to end up being a really good Doom Tower hero because he's going to be able to go into the rare secret rooms on hard. But as of right now, he is what he is. That's why we have him in Helm Smasher. We want him to be able to break the defense of these heavy ass heroes. And that's kind of where we're at. We did get him some extra attack and stuff, some healing, things like that. He also has increased damage inflicted by 8% on the first hit, and he increases damage inflicted to target with stun, because we're basically going to have to start stunning and freezing people, which we do right now anyway with Syl and other people. So now we can do more damage against heroes that are stunned. So if we bring in, say, I don't know, like a Diabolist and put her in a stun set, she stuns everybody, he attacks them, he does 12% more damage. So that's an option. It's not the only way to build him. You can, like I said, you can build him in support if you're earlier game, but for later game, this seems to be more of the trend is kind of going into that defensive section rather than the accuracy, because you can actually increase their accuracy through the stats with better gear and things like that. But accuracy is important on some heroes. So, but this is definitely what we're doing right now. That's where we're at. As far as artifacts go, we've got him in lifesteal. I don't know if that's the end all be all, but right now he does have an AoE and he hits pretty hard. So we're going to use that to kind of keep his HP up and have him not die. We do have him in a speed boot. We have him in an attack chest and a crit rate glove. It is a 4-star glove. We can easily find something better or get him some crit rate on his other gear, and then, whatever. We'll end up getting him a crit damage glove. But he's still not built perfectly. His crit rate is very, very low right now. We want to get it up a little bit, which is the 4-star gloves vault, basically. So if we can get an extra, either a 5 or a 6-star crit, yeah, he'll be getting 80 or 90, and then he'll be fine. Or we can find some other gear. He does have accuracy at 250 because we want him to land all those debuffs. HP is 28,000. His attack is 41,000. We would consider possibly switching this out for a defense chest since we have attack right now, because that way he can survive the brutal attacks. But if we're doing a lot of stuns and things and trying to basically stop the wave from attacking, it may not be as important. So we'll see how it goes when we use him eventually. Speed is 189, reasonable but not great. We want him over 200 from this point forward. Almost every hero I have, I want to be over 200 when I first build them. So we got him close, but we're not there yet. Yeah, there you go. And let's see what he does. I mean, he's a cool ass hero. He's kind of badass. We'll see what he can do. Let's check him out in the arena. It's always fun to go into the arena first with people, and we'll see what he does. Let's refresh this. See if there's any fights in here that are worth trying. This one's tough, but we're going to try it anyway. We're going to take her out and bring Judgy in. Judge Boy, Judgy McJudgerson. He's judging me silently. Did I miss him? Yeah, here he is. So we're going to bring him in, see what he can do. I've never used him in Arena. I don't know if he's really good for it. We'll find out. We're definitely going to get our butt handed to. Oh, actually, we got a turn. I thought we were dead there for a second, so we got a turn. All right, so now we're going to try and get some debuffs on these guys, which we got none. Normally, actually, I forgot. I didn't bring in my boy. That's bad. Let's try and kill her. I usually bring in what the hell's his name? Yakarl instead of Dark Elhane. So we kind of screwed up a little bit here. All right, we're gonna try. I don't think we're gonna be able to do a revive. We'll do a revive. Get some HP back. No, we'll try to remove some debuffs. He's gonna revive everyone. Hopefully, it's gonna be good enough. We're gonna try and take him out as quickly as possible because he's the problem. Even though everyone is going to get. Actually, he doesn't have a hex yet, so that's good. There we go. Everyone's back. Now we're going to try and heal everyone and hopefully get back all the AoE attacks. We're going to try and take her out again. Did not work, and we're provoked. This is a bad team, huh? And they're going to heal everyone as I attack him. We're gonna retry this fight, I think, with my guy. We're going to retry it. End battle. I want to fight them again because I don't know if it's going to cause a win or not, but we're going to find out. We're going to see how much of a difference it makes. So we're going to battle them again. This is a tough team, by the way. Take her out, bring my Yakarl back in, and now we'll go again. And Yakarl has a good start. Now, if he can freeze everyone, that would be great. So what we're going to do is we're going to do attack up. We're going to try and freeze everyone except for her, obviously. Oh, we actually froze her. That's crazy. And now we're going to hit them with this. Now we can kind of hit him with this. There we go. Wipe these guys down a little bit so they're not getting attacks. Damn it. They provoked him, so now he's going to heal everyone back up. All right, she's dead. Now we're going to try and take her turn meter so she doesn't revive. And instead of taking it, we just freaking killed her. So there you go. Yeah, you're Carl, baby. He's the man. He is the man. Now we're going to get a bunch of stuff going on now. If we can freeze her, it would be nice. But her resist is going to be insanely high. And now we're going to start getting petrified. Let's see if we can remove some debuffs. I don't know if we can. Some buffs. Nope, not at all. All right, so now we're going to start getting petrified here. Nope, no petrify, huh? Interesting. They're going to petrify him because he's the one that, yeah, there we go. Because he's the one that mattered. All right. Doesn't really matter if anyone dies right now. So now the question here is Judge helping? I mean, I don't know at this point. We'll see. He's helping because he's not getting stunned, apparently. Apparently he's immune to everything that she does. Which is good, I guess, right? It's not really true. It's just luck. It's all luck. Now we heal everyone. And now hopefully this is the death that we've all hoped for. There we go. See? So they can win. So what did he do? He did 92K versus Yannika's 112. So he's not far off. I mean, he's not far off from that. Yukar was my bad boy, and he did 143. So yeah, he's not like far off from them. I mean, granted they're legendaries and they're awesome heroes, but they're not terrible. Is there any other fight in here we can do? Let's do a refresh. Any other fights that we can do in here that might show him off pretty well? Here we go. This is another annoying fight. Let's try this one. I know. I'm like blatantly trying to make my life miserable by doing what I'm doing. Like, hey, which fight's going to be really annoying? How about the one with the Death Knight and a full revive? All right, so now he can do the AOE. There we go. Now we're going to try and take Death Knight out and hopefully kill everyone else because that's what we want. All right, we want to take his turn meter down. He's going to heal. This is a tough call. I think we're just going to go for it. There we go, and try to freeze him. Maybe take some turn meter away. We'll see. Hopefully he gets his freeze. Yeah, please. Everyone pray to the freeze gods. Or just kill him. See? Same thing. You're Carl, man. He's the boy. So here we go. 48,000 versus Yakarl's 90, and he did get 2 attacks, so there is that. And Yannika's at 66. So once again, would I bring him in here? Like he is not adding or subtracting anything from this team. He's just there in this scenario. If you're early game, I think he would probably bring you a little more value in arena. But I mean, right now he just basically is as a placeholder for anyone that you need to put there. And the reason we have War Maiden in here is because she does defense down, which he can do and has the ability to do it. It's just whether or not he does it or not. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like he's a mixed bag. So he's a little bit rough to bring into the arena. I personally would say don't bring him in here. He does look pretty cool with his red eyes though, and the red stars. So you might just want to put him in there as an intimidation tactic. That could be something you like. I don't know. I don't know your life. Do what you want, right? So there we go. that's him in the arena. Like I said, I wouldn't really think about using him there. Faction Wars, we are using him in the Faction Crypt. We can't use him right now because it's open in 4 days, but you got 60 stars here. We're on the last level with him. We just need to get another healer in there and build our way up to get the last one, but he is in my final team as of right now and will probably stay in my final team with Kale, Spirit Host, and Visix. The last place will be for someone who heals, which may end up being Hexweaver. I don't know yet. We'll find out when we get there. So when it opens again, hopefully I will be able to get a 6-star of another hero that I can use there. All right, let's go into other stuff. Clan Boss, would I use him there? Probably not. But as with all things, you don't know unless you try, right? And since everybody's stacking debuffs, this could be an option, a place to use him. You never know. So he does attack down, but so does he. So what we're going to do is we're going to take my main damage dealer out. Not my main damage dealer, but he's the one he actually does put up a ton of damage. And we're going to bring in Judge and see what he can do in here. All right. I don't think this is going to be great, but who knows? For all I know, this could be the best thing we've ever done. He has Helm Smasher, so he's not going to be doing the extra damage there. But he will be doing extra damage when there's more debuffs, right? So let's see how much his attack gets up. I think he's going to die before he even does much. I have a feeling that's going to be the case here because he's not built for this. He doesn't have defense. He doesn't have War Master. If he had War Master, this could work. I don't know. We'll see. Since he does do a bunch of debuffs, but I don't know if the extra debuffs are going to end up just taking placeholders for all my poisons and burns and stuff, which is what I'm assuming is going to happen. But I don't think he really brings much to the clan boss. Like I don't think he's gonna make this fight better. But we'll see. I could be wrong. I could be 100% wrong. He does bring drop defense though if he gets it off, right? But so does Grave Chill. So I guess that doesn't really matter. I mean, so far they're not doing terrible. I was like, I. Usually I'm at about usually run about 1 million per round, and then like start falling off around 7 or 8 rounds. So we're down 2 right now almost, but I don't think we're super far off from where it is. But I feel like everybody else is really doing the work here. I don't know if he's really adding anything to it, but we won't know until we see the damage at the end, right? Sometimes I'm very shocked. Like I'll do a fight and be like, oh, he's gonna suck, and then all of a sudden I look at the numbers and I'm like, he didn't suck at all. They put up their numbers, and this could be one of those. Yeah, and he does decrease attack too, and decrease accuracy and all the other stuff. So there's good stuff. So basically, we have a chance of doing decreased defense 60%, same as we do with Grave Chill. The only difference is Grave Chill is hers will be either 30 or 60, so it might end up making the fight not as good by doing a 30 on accident. I don't know if dropping a 60 replaces the 30 or if it just doesn't pop. I don't know how that works. We'd have to look into that, but his is always 60 if it goes on. So as long as it goes off, it's a 60. It's a 60. But she's going to hit hers anyway. More than likely, hers is always going to be 60. So we'll just do what we got to do. So far, it's not terrible. I don't think it's going to be the best run, but yeah, it looks like he's holding his own. But the rest of the team is tuned for this. So like, more than likely, he's doing a lot of damage now. He's doing double damage, double time damage on that. Because look, they're hitting for like 16 crits, 25, 25. He hit a couple hits there. That was like what, 2 or 3 hits, and he got the extra proc from. He's got his what is that? The Phantom Touch thing. So he's hitting for 35 there. I saw a 50 pop out of him, 42,000. So he's kind of doubling their damage in a sense, not double, but close to it, like probably 70, 80% doubling their regular attack damages. The damages. But he's not bringing anything else to the fight. At least he's not bringing anything to the fight that we don't have already. So, would I replace one of my heroes with him? No, I would not, probably. But this doesn't look like it's going to be a terrible fight. It looks like they're going to make it probably to 20. Whether he survives or not, I doubt it. He'll probably get popped in the face once and die because he's very low defense. Yeah, see that? He's already going to die. There we go. Unless he heals. Next time he gets popped, he's dead. So He basically makes it to round 16, 17, and then he's dead. So you would have to put him in defense if you wanted this to work. But then he wouldn't do as much damage. So I guess there's that. But yeah, it looks like, I mean, it looks like we can, depending on the team you're using, you can 3-key this with him. So it's not like it's not a choice. I wouldn't say this is a great choice, but will he work? Sure, he'll work. He'll help you get to that 13-5 mark if you have other heroes around him that can, do the job. I'm just curious to see what his final damage is or was, because now he's going to be missing out on some rounds. So he's going to start dropping now versus the other three. I'm tired. I need to get coffee after this video. I've decided because I'm going to be doing a lot of recording today. We got the road to 1,000 going on, and I want to get everybody moving. I want to get this going. I'm going to say it in every video, but I'm only making the road to 1,000 videos as the ones that I don't normally do. Those are all going to be road to 1,000 videos. This is so technically this isn't, but it is. I'm just saying it because I want you guys to sub. That's all I'm saying. We need everybody subbing. We need you all getting in here and getting in my clan boss and making sure that Judge is not going to die in vain. He just died, and he's not. It's not in vain. Look at this. They are. I really didn't like Rush at first. I rebuilt him a little bit, got him a little more defense, got him some extra stuff, and he's been popping, man. But yeah, so 16.8, not unreasonable, but his damage was trash. What's his name? Coffin Smasher. I'm making potch noises. Coffin Smasher usually runs in the 6 range. I mean, in the 3 range, possibly up to 4. These two are pretty much on point. I've seen her hit anywhere between 7 and 8 million, and I've seen her hit up to 6 million. So, yeah, this part of the team great. This part of the team not so great. So is Judge someone you can use in here? I mean, if you got nothing else, sure, but he's not someone I would even consider bringing into here. He's definitely a weird hero. He's more for like secret rooms, I think. I don't even know if I would bring him into any dungeons, to be honest. I can't think of any dungeon in here where he would be super extra useful versus somebody who does what he does. Yeah, like I wouldn't. I mean, well, we can bring him in the dragon, I guess. I mean, whatever. It is what it is. But we'll take her out and we'll put in Judge here. I mean, he does basically what everybody else in this team does. So he's just, like I said, he's a gamble. It's basically like if you wanted to bring in a bunch of damage dealers that can take everything down, but you still want attack down and defense down and accuracy down, but you're willing to gamble on the fact that he might not drop them, then yeah, you could bring him in as your like all around, all one hitter kind of debuffer. But I don't feel like unless you built him insanely strong, I don't feel like you would see the value of him. He works in faction wars because faction wars you're not fighting anything that's insanely strong. I mean, yeah, the boss is going to be tough and some of the waves are a little bit whatever, but like versus the HP and damage of some other areas like the higher end dungeons that are like 25 and up. Yeah, I don't think Judge works in the lower areas, but is he good for high end content? I would say mostly secret rooms where you only have rares. You could put him in a stun set and let him do his own stuns, and that way he just stuns everybody along with his damage. And then there you go. He can basically do 12% more damage against the people he stuns. So that is an option. You could also throw a leech on there. There's the what is it? The what is that called? The mastery that when he stuns, he has a chance of doing a leech. So then there's that. There's a whole bunch of stuff that you could probably do to make him a little more effective. But I mean, like I said, he's an all rounder. He's not specifically for anybody for any area that I can think of off the cuff. But is he cool and is he worth building for faction wars? Yeah. I mean, is he going to be my favorite hero? No. I really thought he was going to be honest. I thought he was going to be one of those heroes that's like going to be like kind of game changing. I'm just saying that. I'm not saying like he is a game changer. I'm just saying I thought he was going to be one of those people, but yeah, no, he's not. He's there. He's not terrible. He's not great. He's not bad. He's just good enough, is what he is. He does his job. He does it well. And yeah, that's it. It's the best thing I could say about him. He's worth building if you got no one else, and he's cool in the beginning. So if you pull him early, yeah, build him. He'll definitely help you get through some stuff. He can definitely drop some debuffs on the bosses to help you if you don't have War Maiden built or any of the other debuffers that are in the game that can drop attack or increase attack, do all that stuff. You know, anytime someone can drop attack and defense on an enemy or a boss, It's not a bad thing, so you don't have to worry about it. But yeah, there's a lot more heroes that can do a lot better things that aren't randomized. And if he wasn't randomized, I feel like he'd be better. Like if they just took two of those debuffs off and made it where it drops one or the other, almost guaranteed or 75%, I think that would be better. I'm not really a gambling kind of person. I like to know what I like to know what my hero is going to do before they do it. So we just did this yesterday with Thurgist, and I think we ended at 250, 259, somewhere in that range, somewhere right below 3 minutes on this run. So he's definitely not helping the run to do to go faster. We know that, but he's not doing terrible. He's not dying, and that's really the part that matters. He's not dying, and he's doing his job, which is to not die. Really, everybody else has their jobs. All right, so 500,000 versus War Maidens 777 versus Sill 69 versus Kale's 18. So obviously Kale's better here. If I were to switch somebody out here, the only thing he did really that helps is maybe for the waves, but it didn't help us as much as you might think. So I would say probably, yeah, I wouldn't use him here either. I would prefer to bring in like someone like Frozen Banshee as that person to take the boss down quicker rather than bring him in. Or I would bring in somebody else who's like a better AoE hitter, maybe even one of the other starters would probably be better. They'll do more damage in the waves than he does. He's got kind of low multipliers. Like I would bring in Galek over him in this fight because at least I know that he's going to do more damage on the waves and get us through those faster. So yeah, that's him. So that's Judge. I mean, he's like I said, he's not amazing. He's not terrible. He's just he's just Judge. Like that's it. He looks cool. He's kind of an interesting character. He's good if you have no one else that can do debuffs, and you're willing to place your bet on what the hell this guy's going to do. And yeah, that's really it. I mean, he's great for what he does. He's not amazing. There's not much else I could say about him. I wish there was a lot more for him because I really thought he was going to be awesome, and he's run of the mill. He's run of the mill, and I'm not upset that I built him, but he's run of the mill hero. He's kind of like in that even Headhunter I think is better like right now. Like as far as usefulness, I actually think Headsman is actually more useful than Judge right now. And that's saying a lot because Headsman is kind of not good, but he's got more uses in a sense. So we'll see. Who knows? Maybe Judge will change my mind eventually, but that's where he is right now. He does look cool though. He does look cool. So if you guys have any questions, comments, things you want to say, comment. Always like, share, subscribe. It's always good for the channel. Welcome to the road to 1,000. I'm glad you guys are here for it. And yeah, that's Judge, man. If you guys have any places that you use him, or maybe I just misuse him, like I said, I feel like stun set might be good on him or something like that. Just let us know in the comments. It's always good that everyone talks to each other and lets them know strategies that I may not know or use. Because remember, I use only garbage heroes, so somebody might be like, "Hey, if you use this guy who's a epic that you can summon, all of a sudden Judge becomes amazing because those two work well together." I won't know those things, so that's why I'm depending on you guys to know those things. All right. So this is Judge. This is Mobile Gamer Nerd, and you guys take care.